Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup on a dark skin. I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to transform a dark skin without altering their skin shade. If it sounds like what you're interested in, let's get right into the video. So the first thing I did was to clean up her face using my Garnier Micellar cleansing water on a cotton pad. I made sure to get into every corner of her face, and then I went ahead to moisturize her skin using my Cosrx all-in-one moisturizer. Moisturizer is really lightweight and it's very moisturizing. I don't want to apply makeup on a dry skin. I went ahead to prime her skin using my Elle Power Grip primer. This primer helps hold your makeup in place all day, like it will not move. And priming your skin is also very important because it just helps your makeup stick in place. I already said that. After that, I went ahead to apply a foundation. This is where it gets started. You want to make sure to use our exact skin shade and our exact undertone. You don't want anything that is too light that is going to make their skin look so dramatic. I used the Berlin Fit Me foundation and I went ahead to blend it out using my beauty sponge. Guys, our skin looked like skin after applying a foundation, and that is exactly how your face should look after your foundation. I went ahead to apply concealer and I used the Adventure Blend Pro concealer in a dark shade. Just apply that. You don't want to use a shade that is light for a dark skin because it's just going to look so dramatic. I waited for that to sit, and while I wait for that to sit, I went ahead to contour her skin using the Curve Case palette. I just applied that on her cheekbone and then a forehead, a jawline, and I went ahead to blend it out using a damp beauty sponge. You don't want your beauty sponge wet or dried. You just want it really damp enough to blend out any product that you want to blend. And for our nose, I use a brush and a shade that I feel like is not as dark as the one I use for our face contour. I just use that to sculpt our nose slightly. I went ahead to apply blush from the same Curve Case palette, and I used an orange shade for our skin. I just wanted something that is going to complement our skin shade. After I was done and I was sure that my concealer has dried down, I went ahead to blend it out using my beauty sponge. I blended our chin first, our forehead, the bridge of our nose before going ahead to blend our under eyes. I blended it properly and made sure not to over blend it. I don't want the concealer to be everywhere. I went ahead to set it with my powder palette from V Beauty and a puffy fluffy brush. I just tapped that onto our under eyes, and then I also set the other places that I highlighted in our face. You need to set your face with powder. You don't want your face really wet. You want to set every single place that you added any wet product. I went ahead to apply a bronzer in our jawline, our forehead, and our chin. And I also contoured our nose using a powder contour. I went ahead to apply powder blush, the orange shade that you guys saw me pointing at. I just tapped that on her cheek. And then I made sure not to apply a lot, and then I went ahead to set her whole face using my Fix Setting Spray from Kiss Beauty. I made sure it dried down before going ahead to do any other thing. After it was dried, I went ahead to use a setting powder to set her under eyes because I don't want it to crease at all. I went ahead to set her under eyes properly. And guys, you don't need too much powder to set your under eyes. This bit is enough. I see a lot of people applying a lot of powder on their face. You don't need that much powder to set your face. I went ahead to set the bridge of her nose and just re-sculpt her nose because I didn't want the setting powder to be at the place that I applied a nose contour. I set her eyebrow and then went ahead to outline it. Guys, I made a really huge mistake here. I forgot to carve her brows before I started the makeup, so I had to do it before doing her brows. Guys, you don't want to try this. Make sure you do your brows, you carve your brows before starting anything. I just went ahead to draw hair-like strokes, and I really liked how my brows turned out. After that, I went ahead to clean the brows using the same concealer shade that I used for our under eyes. I used that for our brow bones, and I used a darker shade for my Curve Case to clean her outer corner of her brows, the inner corner of her brows, and the upper part of her brows, because I don't want other places to look different from her skin. I went ahead to blend it out using a fluffy brush. I started blending from the dark shade of foundation. After that, I cleaned my brush before going ahead to blend out my light concealer. I know I didn't show it here, but yes, I cleaned my brush. Most people use different brush, but I was going to use the same brush, so I had to clean it. I went ahead to set the concealer using a light shade of powder, and I also set her eyelid with the same powder just to prepare it for my eyeshadow application. I made sure her brows wasn't looking wet anymore before going ahead to start her eyeshadow. I went in with this white eyeshadow base. I just made sure to blend that out, guys. You want to make sure to blend your eyeshadow base properly. If not, the eyeshadow is going to crease. I went into my Blossom eyeshadow palette. I picked up this really dark brown shade. I tapped that in her outer crease and slowly made my way into her inner crease. Like I just blended it slightly into her inner crease. And a quick pro tips, you want to make sure to blend out any product you put on your face properly. Blending is key when it comes to makeup. For my transition shade, I went in with the orange shade and I just blend that into my upper crease. I went ahead to tap this mint green into our lid, and guys, I really love how the color came out. I applied my eyebrow glue because I needed to use glitter and I needed my glitter to stay in place all day. I applied the eyebrow glues just exactly where I wanted the glitters to be, and I applied the glitters on her face. Guys, look how popping her eyes is looking. I went ahead to dust off the excess setting powder in her under eyes before going ahead to do our waterline. Guys, we had to do this thing off camera because she was tearing up. I went ahead to put glue on her lashes and then apply mascara in her face. You don't want to skip this step. I applied her lashes. She didn't want any lashes that was so big, so she picked that really short one. Onto the lips, which is like my favorite part. I lined her lips using a dark brown shade that was going to complement her skin, guys, and then I applied this nude color into her lips like as a main color. I just asked her to smack and then blended it out using a brush. She didn't want me to add any other color, so we just left it like that. I applied a lip gloss, a clear lip gloss, and I made sure to use a brush, the down part of my brush, in order to be precise. And then I just applied this nude lip tint on the nudish part of her lips, which also made it look so gorgeous. I went ahead to blend the sides of her lips because I don't want it looking dramatic. Before applying her highlighter, Hello Gorgeous highlighter, apply that on her cheekbone and her brow bones just to give her a little bit of glow. And then on her nose as well, I went ahead to set it using my e.l.f. setting spray and then using my L'Oreal 3-second setting mist. I made sure everything dried down before allowing her to get up from that chair because I didn't want any story that touches the art after this. I just used a fan to make sure everything was matte dried, and I went ahead to apply some glitters on her face as well because she wanted glitters to be on her face for the shoot. As this is the finished look and I absolutely love it. I hope you guys love it too, and I hope you guys has learned one or two from this tutorial. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and put your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.